All right, this needs to be the loudest Wal-Mart cheer. My store needs to hear this cheer, okay? All right, let's go.
Has its facilities and other assets in at least one country other than its home country is a multinational enterprise. Such companies have offices and/or factories in different countries and usually have a centralized head office where they coordinate global management. Walmart was a relatively latecomer in the international scene. Their international division formed in 1993 after they had opened 2 stores in Mexico in 1991, and they had known that fast international expansion was very important. By 2003, Wal-Mart International had employed over 330,000 workers in 9 countries. They had stores in places like South America, Canada, Germany, China, United Kingdom, etc., ranging from discount stores to super centers, Sam's Clubs, and just neighborhood markets. Walmart now has 4,750 stores worldwide. By August 2003, Walmart International sales rose to an unbelievable 18.8% because of strong performances in Mexico, Brazil, and the United Kingdom. This shows that in time, Walmart has certainly turned into a global phenomenon, implementing its shopping culture worldwide. Therefore, it's safe to say that Walmart is definitely a multinational enterprise. One competitive advantage Walmart has that it provides a broad range of goods from convenience items to more expensive items as well. Another competitive advantage is that their number of stores. They are by far the world's most common major retail outlet with over 8,500 stores in 15 countries. This benefits the company in a wide variety of ways. Walmart has also been in the business as a discount retailer since the 80s. They have a great business experience and have built up their market share to staggering numbers. It would be very difficult for new companies to break into the market and compete with them. They have differentiated themselves through everyday low prices, which is achieved through aggressive bargaining with suppliers, efficient distribution, and inventory control, and as well as a one-of-a-kind culture. A research in 2002 stated that Walmart offers prices that are 14% lower than their rivals on average. Their 3 main business principles are respect to individuals, superior customer service, and strive for excellence. Another thing that gives Walmart an edge over their rivals is that they saved an average of 3% per item in purchasing costs because of their sophisticated logistics system. Their retail link satellite computer system allows managers and even suppliers to track products through a 65-week rolling inventory. However, this all came at a cost of $4 billion, which would take any company a lot of time to recover. But through sophisticated investments like this, Walmart can attract or retain their suppliers and be more efficient than their rivals, benefiting them in the long run. Walmart's distribution system is also regarded as one of the best in the world, as they have stores located within a day's drive from their distribution centers, which supplied 85% of their inventory compared to 50 to 60% of their rivals. However, it's only a matter of time till competitors try to imitate Walmart systems, and some will even try to better them. But because of Walmart's vast experience in the market, it would be very difficult for any competitor to break in and where Walmart operates. Walmart were the biggest retailer in America and therefore were very confident that they had the expertise to enter new markets and dominate like they have in America. In addition, they wanted to have a head start over their potential entrants in Europe. Why did they enter Germany? The largest economy in Europe, 15% of Europe's 2 trillion annual retail market is in Germany. They wanted to be the first foreign retailer to enter the German market and be successful. When Walmart opened its stores in Europe, they had applied the same business principles as they did in America, which made them successful in the first place. Therefore, they would not enter markets in Europe if they thought the same competitive advantage they had in their home market would not apply.
That's why Walmart's German branch is still not yet profitable. One of the main reasons is the pricing that they had to cope with. They could not compete in price wars with other existing competitors due to a number of laws, such as Germany's rebate law. When Walmart started in Germany, they offered a price guarantee that would refund if they sold a product at a higher cost to the consumer than its competitors. However, this rebate law stopped any retailer selling for more than 5% below the original posted price. Secondly, Germany's cartel law did not allow retailers to sell below the cost, so therefore to ensure that competitors do not drive out other existing competitors inside the market. So therefore Walmart could not price their way through and push out other existing competitors such as Audi. Another one was labor relations. Seeing as they came from America and they pressurized workers not to join trade unions, however this was not the case in Germany. They ended up paying higher wages to Walmart employees, which was 0.5 increase over the negotiated retail sector levels. In addition, Germany retail marketing in general was declining, and in 2002 retail sales fell by 3.5%. In addition to this, Walmart's competitors already had a greater advantage than Walmart in the German market. Some products sold by Walmart were 11 to 25% more expensive than its competitors already. This is due to difficulty of Walmart getting in touch with suppliers and setting up supplier contracts, as they lacked knowledge and leverage to buy goods at a low cost, which existing competitors had. In addition, the existing competitors already had loyal customer base and had lower overhead costs than Walmart. What should they do now? Should they cut and run, expand, or stay the course? Well, as previously mentioned, they can't expand due to the strict regulation and zoning through the German government. Should they stay? Well, currently they're not competing at the levels of their competitors. So, in my opinion, the best option is to cut and run and cut their losses.
Walmart, when it first tried to enter Europe through UK, it was a very straightforward procedure, very successful in the UK, was able to do that very nicely. However, when it tried to move further east and towards Germany, that's where it faced many of its obstacles. What were the obstacles it faced? Well, it was many of Germany's regulatory environments, including limiting store hours, price regulations, stringent zoning requirements, and also unions were much more influential in Germany than they were in the UK or the US. And Walmart is known for being a non-union employer, so those were the main obstacles that it faced. When it actually entered the market in 1997, I think it was, it had approximately 2,000 large service area retail sites. That was Germany, and nearly all of these were built before the 80s. And by 2001, after 4 years in Germany, Walmart had only managed to open 2 new stores, and maybe a few enlargement of the existing stores was met with government red tape, so not much expansion was done within those 4 years. However, earlier plans were actually to build 50 new stores by the end of 2003. However, you can see only 3 or 4. They only had about 4 stores by the end of 2001. What was the reason for this? Well, it was strict planning and zoning regulations. They prohibited the construction of stores with more than 8,610 square foot sales area space in locations not designed for retailing, which meant that large store developments being restricted to only towns and city centres. The objective of this, what it was to keep the hypermarkets, the supermarkets away from the urban areas, so that it didn't affect the traditional business owners, the small shopkeepers. It didn't affect their businesses, so they wanted to keep them away from that. However, it wasn't impossible for Walmart to open in a urban environment. However, they would need to put forward a concept, put forward a business plan, and take into consideration the environmental effect it would have. And once these plans had passed these steps, it could take up to 4 years for them to be approved. So in effect, the government, the local councils in Germany were very, very reluctant to grant planning permissions, zoning requirements for these companies in order to protect the interests of the local business people. Furthermore, that's zoning. Another obstacle they faced was the limiting of the store hours. In that aspect, they were only allowed to, upon the introduction of the store closing law, it limited store hours up to 6:30 p.m. on weeknights and 2 p.m. on Saturdays, and Sundays is completely forbidden. They were not allowed to open on Sundays, even though there was an exception of 4 days a year where they could open for longer hours. These were the hours they were allowed to open, and once again this was simply to protect the interest of the traditional retailers from large competitors who were able to keep the stores open longer with lower expenses. In confrontation wise, it was store hours and zoning that Wal-Mart faced. These were the two main things. On top of that, price setting. Asda in the UK and Wal-Mart, as it's known worldwide, are famous for doing their marketing policy of where if there's any product that they are selling that is cheaper elsewhere, they will refund the cost. And they practiced that in Germany, and this was met with fierce price setting laws there. It was argued there that no firm is allowed to sell 5% cheaper than what they're advertising, so it was regarded as illegal there, even though it was a very tight case and they argued that they were not breaking the law. It was still met with fierce rivalry from fellow competitors. Audi did all argued that it was illegal. So the strategy that they were mostly known for and well known for was met with a fierce response, negative response by other competitors. On top of that, as I mentioned before, Wal-Mart being a non-union employer, it was actually in 2002 when Germany's service sector union, Verdi, the largest union there, argued the case that Wal-Mart was not publishing its annual revenue and profit figures. They made a big deal out of this because they claimed that these figures would suggest whether they were in a position to pay their workers more, whether they were paying their workers right, and so they argued that this was something they should be doing. And as a result of this, they organised a strike for nearly 2 days, which consisted of 2,000 Wal-Mart employees, with the goal of enabling Wal-Mart to join Germany's Retail Sector Employees Association. So, all in all, it was clear to see that Germany had a strict attitude and a very narrow attitude when it came to supermarkets within their own country. Not only foreign direct investment, but within their own country. They wanted to protect the interest of the traditional stores, and as a result, this meant that Wal-Mart could not expand as much as they wanted to do so.